Mmm.
Hey there, it is Kayla Ebby, the school counselor in Davis, California, who created and is leading the Educator Chipotle Challenge, trying to give back and support educators and students. I am ready to have some Chipotle tonight. And I know who else is. Diana and Gabe, who are going to record an Educator Shout Out interview with me tonight. I'm excited to see y'all. Hey, it's Kayla Ebby here with the Educator Chipotle Challenge, doing an Educator Shout Out interview with one of my now former students. Who are you? What grade are you in? Where do you go to school?
My name is Gabriel. I'm now in 10th grade. I go to school at Vinci in Davis, and it's in California.
Thanks for being a part of this, Gabe. Name and describe one or more educators who have positively impacted your life and how they've made a difference for you.
One of the educators I'm named to is Miss Pickett. Miss Pickett, I've had her every year, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and she's really helped me when I struggled, and the environment she had for me was nice, and like I knew sometimes I always wasn't the easiest to deal with, but she was really nice and helped me out and got me through a lot, and I'm sad to see go. The second one is going to be Wizard. Wizard I've only had this year, but Wizard I have a really hard time focusing in his class, but he's really understanding, and I like him a lot. He's a really fun teacher, and he helps me understand the content, even though sometimes I'm very talkative. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you remember any specific ways that they supported you and helped you through difficult times?
Recently, in what's it called, the Romeo and Juliet, Wizard helped me understand like the basis of it, and like sometimes and helped me take notes when I wasn't really paying attention. He reminded me a lot to get my notes done, and like that helped me do good on the quizzes. And then Pickett, I had her the first semester, but not the second semester. But the first semester, we were doing a lot of quizzes about like remembering like all the states are, and not the states, but the countries are, like North America, South America, and all, and Europe. And whenever I had a question, she would always come out and help me.
Awesome. Thank you for supporting Gabe and working with him through all of his years. You were there for all 3 years, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Wow. And you had Pickett. That's awesome. Gabe, from your perspective as a student, what resources are necessary to have at school that support your mental, social, emotional health and well-being?
I think having a good support system and like teachers that understand like what you're going through, if you have like or having a hard time focusing and doing the classwork because of problems you have that aren't your fault, but like they're there, and you can't be 100% there, and just having like a good support system and having like times where you can just go out of class and maybe take a walk or go to the office if you need to, and just like be able to go home or whatever you need to do.
So people that kind of understand what's going on in your life and try to meet you kind of where you're at that moment, and just offer an ear and a helping hand.
Yeah, it's really nice to have someone just to be there, and because you have to leave your home, which is like your safe place, and so you have to, if you have a good, at least one person that knows what's going on, they can really support you.
Thank you for sharing that. All right, what advice would you share with your younger self, whether that's your earlier teenage year self or elementary school age self?
I think I would tell him, I don't know what I think I would tell him to just keep it on and do what you're doing, I guess, because I think learning from your mistakes is really good, so I wouldn't tell him not to do any more mistakes, because some of them were, you learn from them, and some of them were fun and funny, even though they were pretty stupid, but yeah.
Care to share any of those mistakes?
Well,
and what you've learned from them?
I mean, recently, I went with a friend to a building that was abandoned. We kind of broke in and posted on social media, which was not smart, and we had to talk to the police. But they're really nice. It was the funny thing is, it was the police officer and like the lady was the people who came to our school the other day at the.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we had to talk with them, which was pretty fun. It was pretty, yeah. But I don't regret doing it. I learned not to post it on social media and not break into abandoned buildings.
Great. Glad you added that part in there, because I think that's probably one of the critical pieces of that learning. Anything else that you would share with other teenagers, other students, based on your experience growing up in different areas of the U.S.?
Try to, don't just I want you to have fun, because school shouldn't just be whatever, but I think people should have fun and also learn the content and learn while not just sitting down the whole time. That's why I love Vinci. Vinci is project-based, so it doesn't feel as cooped up, but I think everyone just needs to just do what they like, and not feel forced, yes.
Do you want to take a lap around the table right now, or take a break or anything? Do you need to I'm just messing with you to make sure that you feel supported and just so it's not cooped up in this little one space.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe, is there anything else that you would like to share with educators or students watching?
I think to educators, I think some of them need to be more understanding of a student is going through. If one student is struggling, you shouldn't just always assume the worst. You should always assume positive intent and just take it from their perspective and what they're doing, and get students more involved and engaged instead of just giving lectures and stuff. And I think students need to also be understanding of the teachers, that they've had long days, and it's not easy being a teacher, and they have to deal with a lot of students, and I think they both just need to be a little bit more understanding.
And in summary, who did you shout out to who has impacted your life as an educator?
I shouted out Miss Pickett and Mr. Wizard, because they always understood me, and they always gave me the benefit of the doubt and always really helped me grow, especially Pickett, since I had her all 3 years.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and so I really loved having her all 3 years. She was my favorite class most of the time, and she always helped me out.
Good. Gabe, thank you so much for being part of this Educator Chipotle Challenge and doing an Educator Shout Out Interview, and making sure that those educators know that they've made a difference for you. And personally, I have watched you grow quite a bit throughout the years, so I'm really proud of you, and I will miss you once you move to the high school campus, but I know that you're gonna rock it. So thank you.
Yep.
Kayla, Ebby, and
Gabe.
over and out.